奚梦瑶沦为豪门生育机器，小腹微隆疑似怀上第三胎。1月22日，有媒体拍到奚梦瑶、何猷君低调现身医院，奚梦瑶浑身围得严严实实，还带了保镖随行。何猷君小心翼翼地扶着老婆。值得一提的是，奚梦瑶的小腹位置似乎还微微隆起。看到这里，有不少网友好奇，难道奚梦瑶这是怀上第三胎了？毕竟梁安琪与何猷君都非常喜欢孩子，并且不止一次地在采访中说到，希望奚梦瑶能尽快生3胎，而奚梦瑶也没有反对。但他打算等身体恢复一段时间之后再考虑3胎，而如今距离他生完女儿已经快3年了，就算怀上3胎也并不令人奇怪，毕竟他们家是真的有大把资源需要继承。不过这次奚梦瑶现身医院，极有可能是生病了，最近流感还是十分严重的，奚梦瑶也是全程戴着口罩，看起来很不舒服，并且前段时间何猷君生日当天，奚梦瑶也带着父母和孩子现身，为何猷君准备惊喜。从现场照片能够看到，奚梦瑶并没有什么肚子，所以这次看病，她的小腹微微隆起，也有可能是因为当天穿得太厚了。当然，最重要的一点还是因为梁安琪的一句话。此前在某综艺节目中，何猷君曾说过，想让奚梦瑶在3年内怀上第3胎，因为梁安琪十分讲究，她不让2个孩子之间的年纪差在3岁和6岁这2个时间点上，因为她觉得会犯冲。如今奚梦瑶的女儿刚好3岁，所以这会儿奚梦瑶恐怕不会要孩子。而近几年，我们经常能在网上看到奚梦瑶疑似生3胎的消息。其实以赌王家族的财力，奚梦瑶敢继续生也是有底气的。普通人家生个孩子，相当于要了半条命，生产时更是疼得不得了。可奚梦瑶生孩子就宛如去了一趟 KTV，
没什么感觉，因为他会给你打麻药嘛，就打针的时候有一点疼，但其实还好。
真的？
我生孩子的时候，我医生还问我说你要听什么歌，我给你放个歌，可能跟昨天晚上 KTV 差不多吧。
有钱人就连生孩子都这么松弛，毕竟奚梦瑶去的医院可是当地的顶级私立医院，当年赌王生病时住的也是这家医院。据港媒所传，奚梦瑶生产时用的还是腹膜外剖宫产术，并且配备了顶级护理和专业导乐，这样一套下来价格大概在30万左右。这样看的话，奚梦瑶生产可不就十分简单了，并且孩子生下来之后也完全不用奚梦瑶操心，不管是孩子的保姆阿姨还是专业老师，梁安琪早就给安排好了，奚梦瑶只要没事给孩子们挑选一下衣服包包即可。难怪豪门儿媳生孩子就和吃饭一样容易。那么对此你们有何看法呢？同样都是李嘉诚的儿子，只差2岁的李
No, I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't